Okay, let's begin. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I introduce myself. My name is Jim Tao, Organization Director of Chinese Student Association. First of all, I will explain some situations. Due to summer vacation, we cannot invite our vice presidents coming here, and our president, he went to Calgary for working, so it's very pity. So today, I stand here on behalf of Chinese Student Association to welcome all the new Chinese students coming to Canada. When I came to Canada, my first impression is that Canada is a place full of clean water, fresh air, and little ash, and sky is blue. And last year when I went to Banff and just before vacations, I can perfectly feel that it's grateful, and so grateful. It's the power of nature, I think, and it's totally different from the Great War. It's the shows the power of human beings. Okay, so I've said too much. Now let's say 2010 NAIT Chinese Students Association Welcoming New Event begins. Today we feel very honored that we have invited so many guests to our event. They are Kevin Nagel, Dean of Business Department, Ted Drinkwater, Associate Dean of Business Department, and Phil Wasaba, Director of Student Recruitment and Life Office, and Ms. Pan Zhang, Associate Chair of Business Finance Diploma. We should also welcome our alumni students returning home. They are just sitting there at the very back behind of the table. We should say thank you to them because they gave us so many supports to the event. And we also feel very happy that we have invited a special guest. She hasn't come yet. Maybe sometime later she will come. And so finally, our specially introduced Ms. Tina Zhao. She's our honorable president of CSA NAIT. We should say thanks to her because over the years she volunteers to do lots of jobs for us, and she do have lots of contributions to Chinese student associations. So without her, we cannot successfully hold this event. So let's applaud again. And now, let's welcome Ms. Pan Zhang, Associate Chair of Business Finance Diploma, to give us a speech. Let's welcome.
Thank you, Jim. 大家早上好，我是张丹，我是这里的金融系的教员。那我想问你，今天在这里有没有青岛来的？有几个。好，下面我今天非常感谢大家，感谢 Jim Tao and Tina 请我来这里和大家一起花一点时间。那么下面的时间呢，我就用英语跟你们欢迎你们来。So good morning. Today is August 21st, 2010. It's great to be home with you. In the past few years, you have studied and prepared for this day. A day when courage and inspiration expanded the horizon and took you to this new land, new community, and a new home. As newcomers from a unique cultural background, you carry immense value to this community. So I challenge you, do not make it your goal to be limited only in acquiring academic knowledge, but dare to give what you have to this community to make it more vibrant. Speak English and make friends with your Canadian fellow classmates. Volunteer at on and off campus activities. In the past, we had Chinese students participated annual Dean's Case competitions and achieved outstanding results. In 2009, our NAIT team was set in second place, and in 2010 was in third place. So ask yourself as you start this new journey, what is your strength and interest? What kind of legacy would you like to leave behind? NAIT champions student success. Our staff and faculty are here to help you to explore opportunities and to succeed. Our trained staff at the Student Success Center provide great information related to admission, registration, cash office, continuing education, financial assistance, international education, or my NAIT portal. If you need assistance in subject studies, we have tutorial centers available for you. If you encounter challenges in life, our student counselors are ready to lend you a hand. As newcomers to this land, you have an exciting new life awaits you to write, a new dream to fulfill. If you expect anything, expect success. For this is the reason you are here. This is the reason we are here today. I will end with Emily Dickinson's poem, Hope with You. Hope is the thing with the feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I have heard it in the chilliest land and on the strangest sea, and yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. So welcome to Canada, welcome to NAIT, and welcome home.
Okay, let's say thanks to Ms. Pan Zhang. And next, let's welcome Ms. Tai Drinkwater, Associate Dean of Business Department, to give us a speech.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm pleased to share some time with you today and a few words. Although I don't know if I can really speak to one of the topics I was going to mention. Be sure and have fun, because when I'm looking at these pictures that are up here on the screens and the videos, I don't think you need any further encouragement along the lines of fun. You may well hear similar stories, similar messages from each one of the speakers that will be sharing time with you this morning. But really what that speaks to is that the message that you're going to hear is important. That, put yourself out in the community, share time, get involved, is a key ingredient of the total experience. The Chinese Student Association here at NAIT is relatively new in terms of age. We're talking in terms of 5, 6, 7 years. So the lifespan of the association is new. When we look at our own School of Business, even NAIT, from a global perspective, we're not that old. We're still relatively new, but we're constantly trying to change and improve. And within the School of Business, some of that improvement relates to what we're doing with our diploma programming. It relates to what we're doing with our Bachelor of Business Administration and Bachelor of Technology Management program. Constantly innovating, constantly growing. Just as we as individuals need to constantly change and improve ourselves, and that might involve moving to new locales and taking on new challenges, the schools, like NAIT, need to constantly do the same thing. And we're placing a very high premium on relationships with professional organizations, be it the Certified Management Accountants, the Canadian Institute of Management, the Financial Planning Standards Council. So building relationships as a school is important for us and for our students, and building relationships for each one of you with other members of the Chinese Students Association and with other students that you'll share classrooms with, really becomes important. Really, my message this morning relates to a personal belief that education is much more than attainment of knowledge. Education relates to participation. Participation in class activities, school activities, participation in the Chinese Students Association. Take it upon yourself to get involved in those activities. Get involved in broader NAIT activities like open house. Attend sessions when speakers are brought in by your program areas or by other parts of NAIT to the Shaw Theatre. Go and listen and learn and talk to the person seated next to you. Ask what they do. Ask how they got to be where they're at today. And through that participation, you continue to learn. But one of the challenges of participation is it can sometimes be uncomfortable. We have to step outside of our comfort zone. So, as a teacher myself, I'm asking now for a little bit of participation on your part. Take your hands and spread them apart like this. Be careful of the person next to you. Now, clasp those hands together so your fingers are interlocked. Take a look at your hands and notice which thumb is on top. That's the way you've always done things. Now, put your hands apart and consciously clasp your hands together so that your other thumb is on top. How does it feel? A little uncomfortable, not the way we're used to doing things. Okay, one more activity. Take your hands apart again. Now cross your arms across your chest. Look down, which arm is on top? Okay. Arms apart again. Cross your arms so the other arm is on top. A little difficult, a little challenging. You're going to be asked to do things over the course of your learning experience here at NAIT that will be different than what you're used to. Be open to those challenges. Be open to that newness and take that learning away from that. Get involved in events within your association, within NAIT, within the community. Visit some of our cultural areas here in Edmonton. Visit the Royal Alberta Museum. Visit our legislature. If you want real entertainment, visit our provincial courthouse and see what goes on there. Right? Get involved in the community. As Albert Einstein said, education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Your education here at NAIT is much more than the knowledge you're going to be taking away from the classroom. I encourage you to embrace that, to participate that, and I wish you every success as individuals and as the Chinese Students Association in the new year before us. Thank you very much.